It was just another busy day on a city sidewalk when Clint Eastwood strolled past an art stand. Most people didn't even notice him, just another face blending into the crowd. But when he paused to admire some paintings and listen to the young artist, something truly special took place. This wasn't just any ordinary painter. Sophie Carter was in the fight of her life, and what Clint did next changed everything. Sophie's journey began in a hospital room, where bright lights glared down and the air carried the sharp scent of cleaning supplies. Sitting on her bed, she listened as Dr. Patel delivered news she wished she never had to hear. The treatment was working, but she needed more chemotherapy. The bigger challenge? Money. Without insurance, the cost would be overwhelming. Sophie could see her mother struggling to hold back tears. Their savings were drained, and the bills just kept piling up. That night, Sophie lay awake, unable to sleep. She didn't want her parents to lose everything trying to save her. Then, an idea struck her. Maybe, just maybe, her art could help cover the expenses? By morning, her mind was made up. She had to try. Sophie set up her art stand on a bustling street. With her mom's help, she arranged everything, but after that, she was on her own. For a whole week, she poured her heart into creating paintings, hoping that people would buy them and support her treatment. But selling art? It wasn't easy. People passed by, some glanced, but most didn't stop. A woman in an expensive jacket almost bought something, but changed her mind at the last second. A businessman read her sign about selling art to fund cancer treatment and simply walked away. Finally, after hours of waiting, an elderly couple purchased a painting for $80. It wasn't much, but it was a start. Despite the scorching sun and exhaustion creeping in, Sophie didn't give up. Some people were kind, others, not so much. A man in a leather jacket scoffed, saying, "Nobody buys real art anymore." But Sophie refused to be discouraged. For days passed. The heat was unbearable, and she was completely drained, yet she had only sold 3 paintings. Then, something unexpected happened. A young journalist stopped by, snapping pictures and writing about Sophie's story for her art blog. The very next day, everything changed. More people started showing up, eager to buy her paintings. Sophie's story was spreading across the internet, racking up thousands of shares. But the biggest surprise? That was yet to come. One afternoon, a tall man wearing a cowboy hat strolled up to her stand. He carefully examined her paintings, paying special attention to one, a black and white piece featuring a lone cowboy in a vast desert. At first, Sophie didn't recognize him. But when he asked about her story, she told him everything: her battle with cancer, the overwhelming medical bills, and why she was selling her art. The man? None other than Clint Eastwood. Without making a big deal, he simply pulled out his checkbook and wrote a check. Sophie's hands trembled as she looked at the amount, $50,000. She had only asked for $200. Shocked, she tried to refuse, but Clint wouldn't take no for an answer. "It's not charity," he told her. "It's just a great painting." Soon, people started realizing who was standing at Sophie's art stand. A crowd formed, snapping pictures, taking videos, and suddenly, everyone wanted to buy her artwork. The story spread like wildfire online. Clint Eastwood buying art from a young cancer patient. News websites picked it up, and Sophie's phone didn't stop buzzing with messages from people eager to own one of her pieces. A month later, Sophie walked into the hospital for her final chemotherapy treatment. Every single medical bill had been paid off. And to her surprise, she even received a letter from Clint Eastwood himself, encouraging her to keep telling her story through art. Now, she was preparing for her very first gallery show, with people from all over eager to purchase her paintings. The black and white desert scene that started it all? It now hangs proudly in Clint Eastwood's personal collection, a reminder that sometimes life's biggest changes come from the most unexpected acts of kindness. If this heartwarming story touched you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Tell us in the comments, where in the world are you watching from?